Shaver? Oh, what you looking at, you dog? I'll roll you, your dog. Oi, chuck us a ciggy, mate. You wanna fight, bro? What flavour, mate?
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty faggot.
And welcome to the hashtag #1 non-chilling gaming podcast, you pieces of shit.
Hello, everybody. How the fuck we doing? Good to see you all. Hope you're all having a magnificent, beautiful, amazing day. But honestly, I hope my day's just a little bit better than all of yours. But anyway, thank you for being here. Welcome back to another episode of Gronks and Dogs, the single greatest gaming talking podcast on the fucking internet. And chat, before literally anything, there's so much to fucking go over. But before literally anything, I need you to slap that thumbs up button to get it as blue as Cortana's legs that I want wrapped around my neck until my eyeballs pop out of my earlobes. And a huge thank you to the channel members. You guys are absolutely magnificent, you fucking motherfuckers. Seriously, we have a lot to fucking go over today, man. I slept in, not gonna lie. Slept in, still never put a string together this quick in my fucking life. So fucking much happened. But let's start saying hi to everybody and let's get into it. Jono!
Hey, good to see y'all. Having a good day. Looking forward to what's on the plate today. Some good stuff. But yeah, going to be playing some bolt gun later today. That's going to be nice. Looking forward to that there. Good to see y'all.
And then we have the old sick boy who has absolutely no complexion.
I look
almost transparent.
I look like I could be like coaching the New England Patriots in the early 2000s.
Yeah, well, speaking of early 2000s, Cream?
Oh, hey, guys. I don't know what happened. I got hacked like WWE 2K got hacked years ago. And, no, we're back. Oh, hello. I still thought that image was Old Dirty Bastard. I didn't realize I replaced it with Chris.
You need like a sound clip to like play like the "Lucky There's a Family Guy" every time.
Oh god!
I just need the opening guitar of his theme song.
Speaking of opening guitar, we have Moz.
You pieces of shit! Y'all fucking stink. Yeah, that's it.
All right, okay. Well, let's start saying hi to everybody.
Is Maz on a Fu Manchu?
I got a pop filter. That was cool. Looking like it.
I don't think you
need a little work here in the center, buddy. No, I'm Italian. We don't grow there. Come on, I'm Italian.
What?
I'm gonna go.
Also, Mazza started trying to grow a mustache after I just stopped shaving my fucking shit.
No, that is not. That is not true. On the pod, I've been thinking. No, the whole time I grew it, I was thinking about grunking and growing this to piss people off before grunking even started.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
All I'm gonna say is imitation is a form of flattery. Because Adam, on the pod, you can see it. You can see it growing.
By the way, speaking of which, for all the channel members, we do actually have a podcast that's out. I know quite a bit of you have already seen it. We're responding to your gaming hot takes. It is going to go public at the end of the week. And when that does, we already have another one to fire out straight after that. So More reason to become a member. Anyway, Triss is here. We have my boy Shaka Zulu,
What?
Bad Bitches in Sims 2. What's up? We have the Gooner, Moz, with a 5 for a super chat. Go on, Moz, you sack of shit.
Another day, another mother crash out. On another note, I understand why S-types exist. Just saw an Asian lady pull in front of a semi today. GGWP dot.
Thank you very much, Gooner, Moz. Yeesh.
Asian bitches are crazy. What can I say?
Gravy's
Asian
here.
bitches
Hello.
be psycho.
We have Pop Pop with a $2 super chat. Can we get from the from
No,
Pop Pop, please?
we left Pop Pop in 2024.
Nah, he's
Fuck
back.
this. Nah.
Nah, he hasn't
Nah.
died fully yet. The
I
battery's
don't.
starting to run out.
I don't acknowledge this.
You don't acknowledge the tribal chief Putt Putt?
I don't acknowledge this.
From the Baja.
Putt Putt says, for the almost $2 super chat, by the way, damn wow, Maz's shoes match my tires. Real sharp.
Moz, how are the shoes doing, buddy?
I'm not showing them again. If
I'm
you
not
want to
asking
see
you to
them,
show them. I'm not asking you to show them. I'm asking
fucking
how
showing
they're
them
doing.
again.
I'm
You
asking
can
how.
fuck off. I'm not fucking talking about my shoes.
Did you see the footage of him?
You
buying
want to
them?
you want to see my fucking shoes? You watch yesterday's fucking stream, pieces of
He's
shit.
already lost them.
Yeah, he already lost. He sold them back for less money.
Jeez. All right.
Took a loss on those shoes.
P-Dub. Jody's here. Stuttery Creek. Moz, you could have voted 3 times, but you got gay ass kicks. Hashtag $30, fag.
Well, listen, don't worry about it, bitch.
Listen, don't worry about it.
You ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, I ain't gotta worry about it. What shoes? You want to see him? You watched yesterday's fucking stream, you pieces of shit. Stop asking about my shoes. Fuck you.
Butcher Blaviken's here. SKS is here. Jody's here. My boy Boss fucking Hog is here. Jack of all casuals is here. Boss Hog with the $5. Leighton Laffer. Oh, look at me. I'm Boss Hog. I'm Asian now. Come give up that fried Ryan Nani hole then, Boss Hog.
I think Boss Hog had a stroke. We should probably send help.
Are you all right, Boss Hog? Let me know if you're all
Hog, are
right.
you okay?
He's just typing it out right. Fuck you. Leave Boss Hog
Typing
alone.
it out right. Fuck you.
Well, both is here. A lot of lethal nutting. See, I ejaculate in Boss Hog so much, it's all he thinks about. We have No Shoe having ass, Moz. Mr. T's here. Anonymity's here. The last toxic male with a tenner. Holy shit. Thank you very much. Go on, Moz, bitch.
For a $10 dude, Mama Moz went 1-on-1 with me. The 60-minute man last night. Pinned her like a pretzel. Then I told her that her son's massage offends me and she gotta slap the shit off his face. No cap. Remember, if you want me to shave my mustache, it's $50, you bitch.
And he will use toothpaste instead of shaving cream.
I'm
So
not
wait,
doing it on stream, though.
Did Last Toxic just kind of confirm that Maz's mom is Lily Phillips?
Dude, I confirm you're a fucking dumb bitch. Now let's move on.
Last toxic male went Broadway and Maz's mom's uterus. Holy shit.
Holy shit, that was interesting. Thank you very much. And then we have Clemson. Still no Gears 2 video, I see. Listen, it is happening. Progress has been made. I'm expecting to have big news about it pretty soon. But there's also another thing that's coming out before that. There is something that'll be coming out before the Gears 2 video, but it is fucking coming. It's got to be so worth it. You got to trust me on this. You got to fucking trust me. Gotta trust me. It's becoming a bit of a... And I am paywalling it for a week just because you guys kept fucking bullying me. So I'm going to paywall it for a week.
You're a fucking disgusting bitch. If anything,
No, I like that. I like the grift. Yeah. Fuck you, chat. Woo!
He's learning from Mike too much.
And then we have Mara with the member message that simply just says...
Yeah, we goonin'. That's a wild statement.
Thank you, Mara.
Goonin'.
Let me catch up with everybody. Rat Boy Mars! Can we get Rat Boys in the chat, please? Rat Boy Mars! For you, Mars.
Mother, the type to hear the joke, Transformer, question mark. I barely know her and not get it. I don't get it.
All
Thank
I
you
get is
very-
that Mazza revealed his first suit first,
True.
right there. You
Thank
fucking
very much,
freak.
Frat Boy Moz. Yeah, Freak Boy Moz. Freak Boy Moz.
Where did you
Um,
get that at Party City? Where did you get that outfit, Moz?
The lovely Vex is
On
here.
that
Good
bit.
to see you, Vex. My boy Sandro. Hey, Zero.
Sand's
Hope
kid.
everything is well with the post-op stuff. Anyway, Cream is blacker than Cody Rhodes. Oh, true. True.
That was
That
because
is
my
actually
wife had
true.
surgery.
I thought it was a tranny joke, but either
No.
way. Either way, we can agree that Cream is blacker than Cody Rhodes. We can all
Yeah.
agree on that. And then my
Blacker
boy
than Trey.
Static.
But
Hello, Static.
Sheamus is more blacker than Cody
Oh,
Rhodes.
the Great
yeah.
White Sheamus is
Yeah.
the blackest guy in WWE.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah,
last Toxic Mail with a $5. We're going to get Moz to read it. Thank you very much.
For a $5 dues. There are 3 men with facial hair, 1 balding dog, and 2 boys with peach fuzz on the panel. For real, Nazma shaves his FU man cha at least.
Yes, Nazma does shave his FU man cha. This is true. CBR's here. Roderick's here. Have I missed anybody? Crimson. What's his name, Moz?
Crimson Lawson, this one.
With the $5. It's for you, Moz.
For a $5 dudes. Why does Muzza have a predator stash? Question mark. Looks like he's evolving into Dr. Disrespect. If you want it gone, $50, you dumb bitches.
Involving into Dr. Disrespect.
I ain't doing shit, but if I do get a Rumble contract, we all know it's going downhill.
And then last Toxic Mail with a $5. Thank you very much. You guys have gone fucking crazy. Go on, Moz.
Wait, hang on. In the words of the great Keemstar, imagine losing so bad you win. For a $5 dues, who would get booed more, Hulk Hogan in LA or Mozza at a tranny convention?
I think they cheer for you.
I would get fucking thrown out.
No, actually, honestly, probably Moz would probably get booed a hell of a lot more. They destroyed his Apex career.
They
Yeah.
kind of do be hating on me.
Very
Trans
debatable.
trans people really don't like Moz. Like, as much as LA doesn't like Hulk, trans people really don't like Moz. But whatever. We ball. Gravy D with a member message. Can we get from the Baja?
Oh yeah, we can. Hail the world champion, world heavyweight champion, Gunther.
Thank you, Gravy. And then we have Ronan Moz. And then we're going to get started. Thank you very much, Ronan Moz. Go on, Moz.
Our no shoe have an ass clan are ashamed. Clean Lily Phillips landing patch off your face before Crean does it for you.
That is so fucked up.
First of all, I'd kick Cream in the fucking head. Second of all, who the fuck is Lily Phillips?
Never you fucking mind, Moz.
And
Never
girlfriend.
fucking mind.
And third of all, fuck you.
Your girlfriend, she has a small business and you help her out with it.
And
Oh,
business is
jeez.
booming.
I ain't helping no bitch.
Oh, and business is good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and just get started now, shall we? So, we're just going to hop right into it. A shit ton got fucking announced yesterday while I was asleep. A absolute shit ton. But we got fucking extra zero pretty much for this reason and one of the other things coming up. Yes, we dragged him out of bed despite him being very clearly sick. We're like, nah, you got to get the fuck on for this one.
Dragged them out of hospice care.
NVIDIA RTX 5090 revealed twice the performance of the 4090. NVIDIA has announced its most powerful graphics card ever, doubling the power of the RTX 4090. NVIDIA has announced its new line of graphics cards at CES, including its most powerful RTX 5090. All right, break it down for us.
Yeah. So really, this is going to be their most expensive card to date. This thing comes out at $2,000 US. The thing that you need to keep in mind with this is one, the power consumption. This thing, you need to have 1,000-watt power supply in your rig for it to operate. It's going to have a 500-watt draw, so it is getting a lot of power. Now, the other thing too, you got to notice that like they've removed T-flops, and now it's AI flops. And this is going to rely heavily on the new technology they have with DLSS 4. And so let me pull up my notes here, because I did take notes.
He took notes. Reorganized and shit.
Yeah. So one thing to keep in mind too, if you're thinking about upgrading, if you have a 40 series, a 30 series, or a 20 series, you may want to reconsider. You may want to hold off. You know, like I think out the gate. So these things drop on January 30th. And they do get good performance, but DLSS 4 is going to be available on everything from the 20s to the 40, the 4000 series cards. So you may see a big performance boost provided that DLSS 4 works well. Now, this is going to have more power, but again, is it going to have issues like the 4090 had, where it's, you know, if you remember, that was like melting in certain people's rigs?
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know, because a 500 watt draw, and if you don't have like I had an electrical issue last week, which was like awful because I was sick as a dog and I had to move a bookcase because it was going to be a fire hazard. It was behind a large portion of my collection. I ended up just yeeting the outlet from my wall. But if you have too much of a draw in power, you can actually cause a neutral to overload and actually melt in the outlet. So 500 watt draw running continuously can be an issue. This does have pretty good performance. They have shown Cyberpunk running with full path tracing and ultra settings, getting 240 frames per second. But again, does your monitors, like, I think, you know, most high-end monitors right now are at 165 to 180 for, you know, most good 4K and 2K displays. Really ask yourself, are you going to get those benefits? They haven't released, you know, proper benchmarks yet. They've released this sort of stuff. How much of it is behind DLSS 4 remains to be seen. One of the other questions too comes in with the VRAM. So, you know, they've been showing that off, and they've been showing off, you know, how some of the image compilation is going to work. I'm trying to find my one note on it here. That was like my so basically they're stating that they can reduce material space, basically, you know, lower resolution images that are recompiled and upscaled, and that's why they're claiming that you're not going to need as much VRAM in these, especially like a lot of people were concerned with the 5080 because the 5080 only has 16 gigs of VRAM, whereas the 5090, I think it's 24. No, I'm sorry. It's got 32 gigs of VRAM. So it is kind of future-proof in that regard. But again, I worry about the voltage, the power draw. So not only that, but who's going to be shelling out $2K for a graphics card alone? You can get a high-end PC with a 4070 or 4080 in some cases for $2,000 itself. Or you can build one for $2,000 with a 4080 and a top-of-the-line future-proof motherboard, DDR5 memory, and have money for, you know, a processor, you know, like a nice Ryzen processor, or even a 14th gen i7. And again, I'm rambling a little bit here. 5090, I say is a no-go. 5080, I'm going to want to see more on. They're saying that for the 5070, that it is as powerful as a 4090, which is right now the top-of-the-line flagship card. Again, I want to see more, and I want to know how well DLSS 4 is going to work, how well it's going to work within the confines of 16 gigs of VRAM, and how well it's going to do what it says it's going to do with these the material space, you know, the material space techniques that it's using for DLSS 4. Now, the only benefit to having the 50 series, other than, you know, out the gate, they have more power. Again, you will be getting slightly better cards than the 40 series. They will have one feature that the 20, 30, and 4000 series won't have, and that's they're going to be able to do higher frame generation. So apparently, with the technology that's in there, with the DLSS 4 implementation in these cards, they'll be able to predict up to 3 frames in advance for frame generation. Again, I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah.
It can see the fucking future.
That's crazy.
So I don't exactly know how that technology is going to work, but it should, in theory, it should resolve a lot of frame pacing issues and should allow for less dips and smoother frame rates.
See, that makes me even more worried about the overheating, because if it's doing that much,
the stuff that it does with AI.
Yeah, but it's still doing that, right? Like the actual thing, and that's why, because the 4090, bro, it was just lighting PCs up left and
in
like
fact,
my computer guy, who I buy computers, he straight up refused to sell 4090s because of that.
I don't know. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the 4080s are defective 4090s.
He did.
Yeah, so Nvidia had a string of defective 4090s that they repurposed as 4080s because they just had the appropriate amount of CUDA cores they could use. So they just basically sent them back, did refurbs, and they did not sell them as refurbs. It was a big scandal.
So to the average person out there, you're saying wait and see, don't buy this. First of all, $2,000 USD, like fuck off.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So there's nothing that's going to take advantage of this performance right now. There's nothing, again, one of the things that was announced at CES is HDMI 2.2 as a standard. So I think if you're running your machine off a DisplayPort, you really should. If you have a HDMI cable connected to your monitor, get rid of it and get a DisplayPort cable, please. You will see a boost. But most people, I think, are still running off. I mean, how many of you guys have a 4K monitor at your computer?
Nope.
No. There's no point in having 4K yet.
I just got one because I had to buy it brand new. It was on sale.
Yeah, but and then what's your refresh rate?
180 hertz.
Okay, so do anything above 180 isn't going to do you any good. So yeah, you might, again, there are debates, and you do get a smooth frame rate. And even if you're going in like Cyberpunk, right? Oh, can run at 240. Doesn't mean it's going to be stable. You're probably going to want to see it's going up. It's dropping. You're going to want to lock that frame rate. Like, honestly, if it's capable of doing that, I would still lock it at, if I had that, I would lock it at probably 185, right? If it's in those ballpark. For most people that like getting that, you're going to run into frame pacing issues where the frame rate may be super high, but you will still see instances where the performance, like you can pick up on like what it seems like lag, but it's really not lag. It's just that the frame rate is different, even though it's ultra smooth. On mine, a lot of games I lock, depending on the game performance and the benchmarks, I'll lock it either 120 or I'll just lock it 90, depending on the game that I'm playing.
Holy shit. Yeah. This is a no from me, dog.
I actually have one question for you, Extra.
Mm-hmm.
$2,000 for this, right?
Yeah.
Is there going to be what are we looking at issues wise for bottlenecking? Because even let's assume this works perfectly fine and it's a great thing too. But if you're spending $2,000 on this and you don't have, you would be better off just buying a 40 series and upgrading the rest of your rig, right?
Well, I think honestly, if you're going to do anything, I would say if like you're looking to upgrade your card, I think the 5070 might be a good place to go. The problem I have with the 5090 isn't really with bottlenecking; it's going to be with the power draw, and it's going to be, again, like I'm not trying to cause scare tactics to anybody, but if you have a power draw that's that high, you might run into electrical issues in your house.
You're finna burn down your home, retards.
Like, I mean, legitimately, like when I first built this rig and I had a 4080, I have an APC battery backup. I had to move my desktop off because, the power draw from my new rig was significantly higher than my old one. And it was causing it, like when I was playing Helldivers, the draw was so high that it was causing my, my battery backup to go into like standby mode.
Wow.
It's like actually beeping. So again, as technology goes on and as they do revisions, you get stability through less power. Just because it's the most powerful doesn't mean it's going to be your best option. You get that 5090 now and it's got a huge power draw. It puts out a lot of heat. It may be future proof, but that's why I bring up the 5070 being the equivalent of the 4090 today, right? You're going to get something that has a much better power draw, much better performance, is probably going to be a lot more stable, provided that DLSS 4 and the frame generation works the way they're saying it will. And again, Nvidia probably is one of the best companies right now to do AI upscaling when it comes to games. Like, you have FSR implementation with AMD. It's decent, but it's not as good as DLSS. And then, you want to talk to PS5 Pro, go watch any of Digital Foundry's videos, and you can see how inconsistent, especially with Unreal Engine 5 games, that PSSR is. And it's just going to be like, again, like, they're kind of using FOMO. They're not, but they kind of are using FOMO marketing. I mean, at least like the crypto stuff kind of has died off, but with the resurgence of Bitcoin and, certain political things that have happened, I don't want to get into politics of it, but it seems like crypto is going to still be, a bit more unregulated. So you might see people coming out wanting to get new cards and go back into crypto mining, especially with the booms. Like, Bitcoin's now over 100,000 US most days of the week. But if you're interested in this for gaming, I cannot recommend rushing out to get this. I really think you should wait and see. And if you are interested in a 50 series card, I don't think that going out and getting, especially if you don't have a 4K monitor, if your refresh rate is below 160, there is no reason to get a 5080 or a 5090 for that matter.
There's no reason for the average person to even get this. This is just fucking too much.
There's no software really to take advantage of it either. I mean, you can get, like I said, you can get full path tracing, ultra settings on that 5090, but are you going to see it? Are you going to see the benefits of it?
All right, change of plans, chat. All super chats, we're getting one. We're going to get one.
We're going to test it live, baby. It's going to be lit.
It's going to be lit.
Mazza, your tower's on fire.
Nah, don't worry about that.
We're getting
Never you mind.
You're getting the 5090. I'm going to fucking put my house on fire. It's gonna be
Yeah, it does that. It does that whenever I enter a loading screen. I just have to fucking blow it out real quick.
Yeah. And Shaka says this is just for free collectors at this point. I think it's just for people that want to have. It's like that line in The Dark Knight, right? When the Joker's getting the shit beat out of him by Batman, and he says all that strength and nothing to do with it. And again, like, if we had a Crisis for this generation, like Crisis the game, I can see people doing it. And there are a lot of demanding games in the PC space, but you can have a really demanding game and it can still look like shit. It's just not optimized and it loads a huge map. So do you need this? There's nothing to showcase. There's nothing that's really taking advantage of the power of any of these cards in a meaningful way that you need that GPU horsepower.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Look, $2K American, $2,000. There's a few other things I would do to upgrade my shit than just go out and buy one of those fucking monsters.
Yeah,
get a good processor.
A lot of people forget storage, man. That's what I need.
I would just buy a bunch of drugs and overdose.
Yeah.
In Minecraft.
It'd be fucking lit, man. Get more value out of that. Carl of the RNG podcast with the $4.99. Thank you very much. We're here to goon, boys. Happy 2025. Here's to more growth in the Gronkin gang. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Once speaking of goon.
Who would you be without me, Prime? Time to goon.
I should have brought Megatron up.
Time to fucking goon. Thank you, Carl. Always good to see you, dude. Hope you had a good New Year's. All right, but that's not all because the madness does not stop. Handheld fucking decided, hey, we're gonna go crazy for a fucking 12-hour period, and that's exactly what they did.
This is exciting too.
There's a lot here. So first of all, Valve announces that SteamOS is available for third-party devices. Valve has announced that SteamOS is being made available and launched for third-party devices moving forward. The announcement comes alongside the reveal of the Lenovo Legion GOS at CS25, which we have here, and it is the first third-party SteamOS handheld. Fucking crazy.
Well, that first headline's a bit deceptive because SteamOS was always available to be installed on whatever. So you could get an MSI Claw, an ROG Ally, or
I think what it means is like this is the first one to
come with it.
Right, yeah. Pre-install. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, what were you going to say about this one? Sorry.
Well, I was just saying the first headline was a bit deceptive. Like to say that headline makes it seem like you couldn't previously do it. And Cream nailed it when he said this is the first where it ships pre-installed.
Well, that's fucking nuts, isn't it?
Mhm.
So Lenovo has announced that the Lenovo Legion GOS is the first third-party handheld gaming PC to come with SteamOS installed instead of Windows. The announcement was made on Tuesday at CES 2025. Launching in May, it's going to cost about $500 USD. The handheld features an 8-inch 16:10 touch display at 120 hertz. Internal specs include Lenovo exclusive AMD Ryzen Z2 Go or AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor, 16 gigs of memory, 512 gigs of storage with a 5.5 WHR battery. Other features include a Wi-Fi. It's got all the fucking nicks and knacks. Again, I'm not really a fucking
Can I also
tech
add
guy.
something here with this?
Yes, you can.
$499. Isn't that the same price as the 5060 series when it's coming out?
No.
No, 5070.
I think
I
the
don't think so.
5070, the 5070, I think is close to 600.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little less technically.
I do have the price. The
Well,
prices
either
up.
way, similar price tag, if not the same. That you're getting a full package handheld like operating system here.
No, you're right,
in
Jonathan.
contrast-
You could just buy the graphics card for more money, or you could buy the entire fucking system. You don't even need a
That you
fucking
could throw into a
controller. It's
fucking
got one of those-
Actually,
It's everything included. Not
so
this
the
whole
50,
like
5070 is 549 and the 5070 Ti is 749.
okay.
Well, there's more because Acer revealed the Nitro Blaze 11, which is a pretty big fucking handheld motherfucker. They're cutting it close with the dimensions of this thing with a massive, almost 11-inch display. Nitro Blaze is by far the chunkiest gaming handheld on the market. It weighs more than 3 times as much as the Nintendo Switch. So someone like our boy Boss Hogg's going to struggle to pick this up. It'll be a 4-arm workout of just wielding this thing, regardless of how powerful or capable it is under the hood. But then, on top of that, there will be no Z2 Steam Deck. Valve denies the recent Steam Deck 2 rumors. You have a Steam Deck, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, well, you love it, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's the only problem I have is with the battery. So if you go back to the Legion Go, that's got a the battery is pretty much the equivalent. So the Steam Deck has a 50 WHR battery, and this is a 55. So you probably for like AAA games, you probably will get like in and around 100 minutes of playtime. Not tethered.
That's not that great. Hey, man. Well, there you go. So the
OLED,
handhelds...
yeah. It's basically, it's a portable PlayStation 4. And you could argue it runs close to the PS4 Pro performance. So you can play any single AAA game on Steam with some exceptions.
Oh, man. Well, which one's the pick of the litter then for you?
I personally like the I have the Steam Deck and I'm very happy with it. I would say you can't really go wrong with any of them. The one thing I hate about the Steam Deck are those track pads. I know some people defend them. I think that they're awful. I wish that they would design a version that doesn't have them because one, I don't play RTS games especially on the go. And also it's got a big ass touchscreen. So if I were to play an RTS game on the go, I would prefer to use the touchscreen. Some people are like, oh, you can use those for key bindings, But I think I would continue to go with the Steam Deck just because Valve makes a very high quality product. Their sticks, their buttons all feel fantastic. They have, good warranty and customer service behind it. When you get it, it comes with your case. It comes with, actually, the case that it comes with is really nice because it's a hard case that encases a soft case. Let me just grab mine real quick to show you.
All
While
right.
he does that, I just want to. Can we go back to the Acer? That thing is a fucking piece of shit. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want a fucking. It's supposed to be fucking portable. It's the same shit with the fucking iPad where they're like, well, we made the iPhone, but it's bigger now. And it's like, okay, I guess there are uses for that. But I'm sorry, at this point, that becomes to the point where it's like a little too big to travel with.
So I got mine here.
In your backpack.
This is a very large handheld itself. I don't have a Switch with me up here. And this is the LE OLED. You can see it's clear. But
That's fucking crazy.
yeah. You wouldn't think it's comfortable. It is very comfortable to hold. I think with like the MSI Claw and the Legion Go, I think they should. Well, one of the things I've noticed that's really cool is they started selling these at brick and mortar retail in the States. So if you go into a Target, they have a whole end cap now where you can just go and buy these. And I think these are all, like, again, I'd like to see the Steam Deck in stores, because I think, they did it successfully, and they didn't really do the whole portable handheld thing first, for portable PC handhelds, but they did it the best. And again, this is what I'm talking about.
I really want a fucking Steam Deck.
Yeah. You get this standard, and it also has a pouch built in for your charging cable. And like I mentioned, if you don't like this big ass bulky case, it actually Velcros out, and you have a smaller soft case that it's all just comes standard.
Nice.
One of the more exciting things too, I don't know if you have it on the docket. Do you have the thing about GeForce Now on the docket?
I believe that was actually connected to this one, but I might have accidentally unclicked it or some shit. But yeah, that was supposed to tie in with this one because, the whole SteamOS thing. But I can get that again. Go on.
So what makes all of these exciting, right? And I know I said, battery life is an issue, but basically all of these now with SteamOS are becoming PlayStation, PlayStation Go killer. Or what's the cloud player that they have?
Portal.
The PlayStation Portal. So all of these are going to become PlayStation Portal killers with GeForce Now. So basically you're going to be able to, with GeForce Now, stream your games over the web. So you don't have to worry about installs. You don't have to really worry about battery life so much, because it's not going to be handling the processing on the units itself. And as long as you have a strong internet connection, you could probably play a sizable portion of your library using that service, which is incredible. It adds to the value of all of these. And it gives people incentive to pick up games on the PC. And while I'm not a big fan of replacing, I'm not a big fan of streaming being the future, right? I do like the incentive of it's kind of like getting a digital copy with your Blu-ray, right? You buy Blu-ray, they give you a digital copy. You can, so you have like a backup, you can watch it anywhere. GeForce Now kind of does that as well. And I like the incentive you get. And you also have the ability to play your games natively, or say you have a Steam Deck, they come out with the Steam Deck 2, well, you have GeForce Now. It doesn't make your hardware archaic. You can still play games, or you can play games that are not deck verified, but can run through GeForce Now on your handheld. And all of these have video out. So you can actually use these as, small form factor PCs that you hook up to your television. So if you just want to get into PC gaming, you don't want to have a PC, you can have this device, you can dock it. There's an official dock. I have an unofficial dock. It was just like $40 on Amazon, and it works just fine. And I can play games on my TV or any of the TVs in the house if I don't feel like sitting at my desk.
Fucking crazy, man. And then on top of all this, we have the Switch 2 or whatever the fuck it's called coming out this year as well, man. So year of the handheld takeover, baby. We're so back. And remember there was that talk of the Steam console as well. That could be fucking nuts.
Well, that goes back to SteamOS.
Yeah, well, that's what they were promoting for that as well. Well, promoting.
So there's a guy I've been watching for years, ETA Prime, and he's been building Steam boxes for years. And since the advent of SteamOS, he's actually built small form factor PCs that run SteamOS. And the great thing about running SteamOS is you don't have the bloat that Windows provides. So you will actually see more of your processing power because you don't have background tasks eating up your processor or utilizing your GPU or your RAM. You get more power. And that's why I also say if you have the means to do a dual boot, maybe set up a dual boot, just pick up another NVMe drive and do a dual boot, just boot right into Steam, and you're golden.
What were you going to say, John?
I was going to say it's freaking wild how many companies are now jumping right into the portable gaming market, where it's barely in the mainstream conversation, portable gaming, like to this level. Sure, people talk about it a little bit here, but it hasn't really gotten into the zeitgeist of game industry conversations. But it's like they're all making their own freaking handhelds, and at some point, it's just going to blow right up. There's going to be some point in the next 5 years, I think. This is just speculation that there's going to be something that happens that is just going to send these things into the forefront of the conversations in gaming.
Might already be happening right in front of us.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And then Clemson with a $5. It says, makes me reminisce about playing Sonic on my old Sega Game Gear. Looks very similar. I believe that's this chunky bitch.
Wicked similar.
Thank you very much, Clemson. Appreciate that. Legend. And then we have the last Toxic Mal with a $5. It's for you, Moz.
Old sick boy can bench 200. No, he can't. Grow facial hair. No, he can't. And has a Steam Deck. What the fuck does Moz have? Question mark. No, your shoes, lady jackets, and small Wii Mote don't count. Okay, first of all, I could fuck up extra zero. I'm a skid scum.
You probably could with me in the shape.
Hold on.
Right
He
now.
said, first of all, what's the second part?
Well, fuck you.
There you go. All right. Speaking of skits cunts.
You almost had a little Freudian slip there, huh, pal?
Speaking of skits cunts.
Mm.
So the US has just added Tencent to a Chinese military block list. Now,
When I seen this, I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? This is great. They really hate China, huh?
all right. You're going.
Well, I think here's the thing. I think what happens is it's the same reason that TikTok is on there, and it's because look, China is a communist authoritarian country. Because of that, these companies, let's say they didn't want to. Let's go under the assumption that these people didn't want to cave to the Chinese government. Well, they're kind of forced to, right? They have no choice. They have to. Now, in most of these cases, people who are high ups in this company are members of the Communist Chinese Party themselves. So they do agree with what the party believes. So there is that as well. But what happens is they put in spyware. They put in stuff like that so they can track your information. And most of it they're never going to use. Most of it gets used for basically advertising to you. But what they're really looking for is something that gets them military info, which you would be surprised how much you can gain from.
That's
just
not that's actually not the case here. The whole reason it's a financial reason. The reason that this was done is because the U.S. military has
Oh, okay.
They have
All right.
a blacklist of any company that aids the Chinese military. So they don't want to give basically. We don't want to fund our adversary.
Yes, but giving information to the Chinese military would also be aiding the Chinese military.
True.
Yeah.
But it's purely financial.
It's been reported that the United States has added Tencent to a blacklist identifying companies as having ties to the Chinese military. No shit. The story was shared by Bloomberg and as the revelation broke online, Tencent shares declined. Tencent was joined by CATL, a tech manufacturer linked with Tesla. So it's all fucking Elon. Tencent is China's most valuable company and has reach that covers some of the biggest video game companies on the planet, including Epic Games, Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft, Riot, and Supercell, and more. The blacklist backed by the Pentagon indicates that whether a company is inherently linked to China or military or the nation's defense industrial base. In Bloomberg's report, it is written, it's unclear whether either the company deals regularly with the PLA beyond direct ties to the government. U.S. officials have pointed to laws that require Chinese companies to share information with Beijing on matters deemed relevant to national security. Tencent's shares took a big dive when all of this happened. Now, one thing to keep in mind with all this is we actually got an update pretty recently where VGC got an update directly from Tencent. In a statement to VGC, Tencent has said it believes its inclusion on the list of Chinese military companies is a mistake, which it will seek to have corrected. How is it a mistake? How the fuck? I am not wearing a hat. This is bullshit.
That's the thing. They have to say it because, again, people are going to get fucking spooked once this happens and comes out, because think about it. If you're an investor in Tencent and you're Western, oh my God, the company you're investing in just got put on a military blacklist. Like for whatever reason they were put on there for, you're going to look at that and be like, what the fuck did I do? Right?
Yep.
As the company is neither a Chinese military company nor a military civil fusion contributor to the Chinese defense industrial base, it believes that its inclusion with the Chinese military companies list is a mistake. Unlike other lists maintained by the US government for sanctions or export control measures, inclusion in the CMC list relates only to the US defense. I can't read today, man.
Procurement.
Inclusion in the CMC list relates only to the US defense procurement, which does not affect the business of the group. The CMC list is also distinct from the non-SDN Chinese military industrial complex maintained by the US Office of Foreign Assets Control, and the inclusion of CMC lists will not prohibit any persons other than the Department of Defense from business dealings with the company, including transacting in securities of the company. The company intends to initiate a reconsideration process to correct this mistake. During the process, it will engage in discussions with the U.S. Department of Defense to resolve any misunderstandings, and if necessary, will take legal procedures to remove the company from the CMC list. The company will make further announcements as and when it's appropriate. So basically, they're prepared to fucking sue. They're prepared to strike back. Prepared to fucking strike back big time.
Specifically for an appeal, by the sounds of that. Basically going to appeal to the Department of Defense to, rescind this, this addition to their blacklist. And honestly, I don't think they're really going to win, because like the way this whole, like the Chinese companies, the PLA, People's Liberation Army, and the way the CCP all function together is a matter of like changing of hats. The Communist Party, the Chinese Party, they have individuals who represent the government in their companies. I think like Tencent, I think it was like 4 years ago. I think it was like it was a Times magazine. I think it was like Epoch Times, I believe. And they made a whole list of all the companies that have CCP and PLA representatives within their company, at functioning either as operatives, representatives, or just basically functioning as a part of the company, but they still have those party ties. They're still party members. And it's
to someone like me who's just a common internet retard, what does this mean for someone like me that wants to boot up and play a game that has connections to Tencent?
Nothing.
Well,
this won't do anything.
Well, there you go.
First, you're not American.
It has more effect on the future, I would say, than what's there presently. I mean, there's a willingness, less of a willingness to work with them now. I think what this has a big impact on is potentially Ubisoft. And we were talking about it earlier. With Tencent was looking to get Ubisoft. Now, those negotiations broke down pretty late into them that we know of, because basically the Guillemot family didn't want to give up control. With this now, I think this kind of is pulling Tencent out of the race a bit, even though they do have the finances to do it. I think there's going to be a big worry about Chinese companies coming in and buying stuff. And I think it's going to affect another company like NetEase, which will also have, the same type of shit going on with it as Tencent. It's just not as big. So I think this has more of an effect on Ubisoft. Really, the blacklist means, I guess, Tencent isn't allowed to sell guns to the U.S. military or buy guns. But I don't think Tencent was arms dealer. So there is that. There's a couple other things, but that's one of the main ones. It's usually towards actual industry.
I don't see the everyday gamer booting up a game, seeing the Tencent logo on their game, and then looking at this and being, you know what? Fuck it, I'm uninstalling it. That's not gonna happen.
I put some stuff in the private chat from Fox Business that elaborates on it a bit more.
You want me to read it out here?
I can read it.
Okay.
The last part says, and again, it goes on to say what I said with being a financial thing. I don't know for certain, because it's a bit there's a bit of ambiguity here as far as, well, if you're a large company in China, are you required to give money to the military just as like I'm a US taxpayer and I unwillingly support our military. Every paycheck money is taken from my paycheck to support things that I don't care to pay for, you know. Not going to get into the taxation and theft argument here, but is it just by merit of being a large company in China they can say, hey, well, you're funding the military? And again, I hate that I'm defending Tencent right now, but is it this more so of a, hey, we see that companies in China are growing too large, so we are going to prevent them from buying influence globally because China is, whether people see it or not, China is actually colonizing and expanding. Like, look at what they're doing in Africa and South America right now. They actually are and actually they even have their own police stations and departments in the United States. Not too many people talk about that, to surveil and police, you know, their own citizens. It's crazy. But I think that they're maybe trying to use some legal jujitsu to stop China's influence, damage their reputation, and prevent them from doing acquisitions with, you know, Western companies, not just in the gaming space. But it goes on to say the list is a warning to American companies to not work with these Chinese companies, and 134 companies are now on the list. While the designation does not mean immediate bans on the companies, it can be a blow to their reputations. So this isn't like a cease and desist. This is just a, hey,
fuck you,
maybe don't do that. And I
But
also
again, to the everyday gamer, this means absolutely fucking nothing.
No, means nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the closest you get to the everyday gamer being affected is whatever the fuck happens with Ubisoft. Because I think that is actually a situation where this may have an impact. It may end up on top of the problems that they're already having in negotiations. I think it may be enough to be like, okay, this deal's not going through. Which for Tencent, they don't need the deal to go through. Tencent will be fine without Ubisoft. Ubisoft will not be fine without Tencent, or without any help, really.
You're seeing companies now wake up to, you know, social pressures where, and again, I've floated this theory on this channel before and other places that, you know, there were some tactics used to knowingly and willingly get higher ups to buy in and devalue their own brands. So people like Tencent could acquire them, you know, and I think I again, it's not hard to see. I think maybe people are waking up to that, and this could be an effort to stop those acquisitions before it's too late.
Yeah, tell that to Microsoft.
Yeah, and on top of that, Tencent, I think they came out and made a statement saying this ain't going to affect us at all. We're going to keep going. We're going to fight.
We don't give fuck. You still play game. You still play game, bitch.
No
You white boy.
Yeah.
You white boy, white eye fuck. You play video game. You boot up.
They have no choice but to bring up this like impenetrable front when it comes to this for sure. But I think in the back end, they're a little stressed about this. This is definitely an aversion. You know, this is definitely a way to avert people from actually making deals with them. It's just another add to the pile, another sand on the big pile. And and on top of that, the long-term repercussions from this could start really affecting Tencent in the long run.
They really don't want China coming in. It's like the same.
shareholders.
It's the same thing with TikTok. They're trying to not allow them to come in and buy these businesses. And I'm willing to bet it's going to happen to other Chinese gaming companies as well. Like they're not going to be able to. They'll be able to publish games, but they won't be able to like own businesses and stuff like that in America. That's what I believe. Yeah. Because
there'll be like foreign agent laws used against them.
And if they do own it, it'll be like kind of like through an American. It'll have to go through an American
proxy, baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a leftist plant, but the West knows the power of projection. The left knows the power of
China.
Well, no, not China.
Fuck that.
No. The West knows the power of influence, and they see how influential that China's been with TikTok and social media and even Weibo. There are people in the United States that use Weibo. As a toy collector, I'm often on there looking at stuff and leaks. They know how influential media can be, and this is something that I think that the West is inherently afraid of because they've done it themselves.
Yeah.
And
how
that's
do you think
what
Russia
this is.
fell?
Yeah, Billy's another one. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oi,
Yeah.
It's
Mars.
because of Billy that the Soviet Union fell.
Oi, Mars. I got some news for you, mother bitch, fuck, cum, slut, whore, crackhead, dickhead, bitch boy, Mars.
We got you a Manscaped sponsorship,
We
Moz.
got you a little something, something, Mars. What have I told you? We got you a Manscaped sponsorship, Mars.
I didn't think it'd be this quick. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it'd take like a month.
Oh, Mars. Well, guess what?
Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann dreh.
We have a $50 super chat from Guna Moz. Thank you so very much, Guna Moz. Read it, Moz, you fucking piece of shit. It's for you.
I would say shave that mustache, Buzz, but I
That's not
think
what it says, Moz. Try again.
mustache.
You know what? Never mind. Go on. We'll be your own fucking
Muzz, but I think you should let the middle part grow. Dude, the middle part doesn't fucking grow, you autistic fuck. It actually doesn't. I don't know. I'm fucking super Italian.
I'm with
I
John
can-
on that
Reverse
one.
Hitler.
I'm reverse.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm straight up-
anti-Hitler. I'm the
I'm literally
anti-Hitler.
reverse Hitler. Like it's crazy. Like there's nothing
Reverse
there.
Hitler. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
literally I'm the greatest man alive. I think you should let the middle part grow, then shave the sides so you can truly be a proper Dr. Disrespect. No, dude, I'm telling you right now, the middle part doesn't grow. There's nothing there. It doesn't grow. The middle part just doesn't grow. Doesn't grow.
Oh, jeez.
I
Thank
could
you
let it
very
grow
much,
forever.
Guna Moz.
Nothing
No,
would
but then
happen.
you have to shave. Isn't that what you said? $50 and you'll go shave it?
Yeah, listen.
Go on.
Do you own a
Okay.
razor though, Maz?
I do. I own a lot, actually.
He owns his dad's razor.
He owns a lot of razors. He uses them to.
Own a lot.
He shaves in the bathtub.
Well, doesn't he have to go shave? Wasn't that the deal, Moz?
Yeah, that actually was.
He's fucking off to go do it.
It'll take
If
him
he,
like,
if he comes back with like a pink razor,
That's gonna be so fucking
it'll take him
yeah,
like
like
5
the
seconds.
women's-
1, 2.
women's-
That's it.
done. There is another super chat from Last Toxic Mail directed towards Moz, so we will fucking wait for Moz to get back on that one. But holy shit, thank you, Guna Moz. Can we get some love for Guna Moz, please? Shout out to our boy Guna Moz. That's so weird to fucking say out loud. Thank you, appreciate that. You fucking
You love the
champion.
goon.
He's got Venus razors, Jody.
What? No Venus? Yeah. Hey, I want to. Women's razors are literally the exact same as men's razors, right? Like
Yep, pink.
legit. Yeah, they're just pink.
well, unless you're talking about like the Venus razors that like for shaving your legs.
Yeah, they got like.
Yeah, that we're
I
talking
could,
about, like,
I could
perfect-
shave my fucking legs with the same one I use on my face.
That's true. Don't know why you would
Preferably, I
shave your legs,
my-
Graham, but it's still true.
I'm just saying I could if I wanted to. I'm not.
Why do you think they call him Cream? He's shaving cream.
You know what? You know who should fucking shave his legs? We didn't talk about that. John Graham. All right, I'm gonna find an image for you, Lethal, and I need you to show this image for everyone. We love John here on the show, but holy fucking shit, he needs to shave his.
Why are you
fucking
bringing
legs.
up pictures of the dude's legs?
I don't,
Look,
I
look.
love him enough to
I'm
want to look
sorry.
at his legs.
I'm sorry, but he did this himself. This was online. He did this. Okay. All right. He needs to. There's a problem. There's a problem here, John.
Whoa.
I don't know.
You got to bring that up. Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, traumatize the rest of the panel.
Yeah.
God damn it, John.
Look at that extra. His face just went even wider somehow.
I when I saw that on your timeline, I thought it was a Photoshop.
No, that's real. That's Big Jono there. Big Jono Graham.
That looks like somebody getting ready to play Chewbacca on TV.
That's from his Christmas special, I believe.
Yeah, the Star Wars holiday
Jeez.
special.
No, that's from John's Christmas special, I think, actually. So
It
it's a
was,
double
yeah.
Christmas special, yeah.
But yes, he does look like Chewbacca from the Christmas special.
I
Yeah,
think
that's-
Maz is actually shaving his.
Yeah, he is.
yeah. Yeah.
While Moz is doing that, let's have a look at this. Virtue Fighter. They put out a little cheeky something.
Dude, we were all like, yeah, it'll work in the competitive scene when it comes out, but shit, after watching this, dude, it's gonna fucking like
It's gonna
hit the
fucking-
ground running. Wow.
By the way, it's like under $30 Canadian. Like it's cheap. It's
Well,
gonna
wait,
be
wait. No,
it's gonna
that
be
you're thinking
$30.
Virtual Fighter 5. Virtual Fighter 5 is getting a
Oh,
re-release.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Wait,
right.
hold
My
on.
bad. Fuck.
Yep.
Go on.
Wait, zoom back in again.
It's gone.
Do you have razor burn?
It's gone.
It's gone.
Gone. $50.
All right,
All
can
right.
$50 bring it back right now?
Yeah,
Go
quick
glue
enough
it
if
back
you're a
on.
super chat and once we put it back on.
I'll go grab the hairs from the fucking.
Just
Exactly,
glue it.
all 3 of them and glue them on your face.
Oh, thank you very much again, Goonamos. All right, let's check this out. Yeah, not actual gameplay, but I liked what I saw there. That looks pretty fucking good, man. That looks pretty fucking good. I'm agreeing with Jono. This game's going to hit the fucking ground running. It's going to pop, and I can't wait to see it, man. It's going to be good
So,
shit.
You know what would probably like mint Sega a fuck ton of money? To bring in Yakuza and well, I don't know that they still have the rights to Shenmue if they sold that off to Deep Silver or not. But they bring in Yakuza characters because I don't know if you know, Yakuza uses the same like 3-button fighting engine. So
No shit.
yeah,
I'm sorry, but you said the S word that always makes this dude really upset.
Sega,
Look, no, I'm
No,
for
not
this.
that one.
You're-
Not that one.
Shenmue.
Look, your finishing move could have be you bring out a forklift and slowly lift items and just do a day's worth of work.
Shenmue. Honestly, I'm really looking forward
That
to
would finish
Virtua
you,
Fighter.
wouldn't it, Cream?
I'm looking forward to seeing more from Virtua Fighter. Fingers crossed. I'm fucking big time
Yeah,
fingers
it would,
crossed
bud.
for this one. All right. This is either a Jono or a Cream moment, but I don't know who to fucking go with. So we're gonna make this a fucking. It's for both of you guys. So you guys is I became a mob boss parrot in Red Dead
Yeah,
Redemption 2
that's-
role playing.
I love
This
I
guy-
fucking love this clip.
So sometimes he gets his grammar on to talk to the people as well, but this clip is just what happens when you allow the players to mod, you give them online, and they just fucking have mad fun.
He vaguely looks like Meth Head John.
Where's my 90%?
A little bit.
What, am I a fucking joke? Tommy, take care of him. Tommy, take care of him. Oh, I'm sorry. Take him out back, for fuck's sake. You think I'm fucking playing with you guys today? Where's my 90%? Could you go check on that guy? I actually don't want him to die. Give him a little bit of opium. I just wanted to look cool in front of everybody.
It's come up.
I get you. Big Bird
All right.
Boss.
All right, thank
Big
you.
Bad Boss.
Carl.
Big bad boss.
Hey man, I just want to say, you're looking good. I like the plastic surgery, like what they did to you.
Mob
Baby,
Boss
big
Parrot.
no.
Good.
My boss parrot, baby.
Mob Boss Parrot. All right. Jeez. Okay, let's go with this one. I was deciding which one to go with. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, Rocksteady is laying off more people. Well, I mean, to the surprise of literally nobody. I think the only thing we're surprised about was it took this long. I guess they were just holding out, going, "Look, we can't fucking do it over Christmas. Let's just hold out a little bit." But yeah, so Rocksteady has been hit by another round of layoffs, as supported by as support of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes to an end. With the final season, the studio has seen a number of employees let go across various departments. Everyone involved with this game needs to fuck off, man, because, geez, well, at least from a creative standpoint, y'all need to fuck off and never touch anything ever again. You have committed a mortal sin of debauchery with this. Eurogamer was the first to report on the layoffs. After so 6 or so, were part of the layoffs confirmed of the out that took place. According to a report, employees in QA, good, because how the fuck was this game ever quality tested? Programming, good, because the fucking game just looked like and ran like shit. I mean, how many fucking glitches and bugs did we watch? And art have been let go. Good, because this art style is fucking straight garbage. Let alone the fact it doesn't look like it belongs in the Arkham series, but even just if it was a standalone thing, it still looks like shit. An exact number impacted or when the layoffs actually happened is currently unknown. Insider Gaming reached out to Warner Brothers Games and Rocksteady to comment on the layoffs. As of publishing, however, no response has been received. So the latest layoffs mark the second in a handful of months that QA teams saw staff reduced by over 50% in last September. And I remember we talked about it. But I think when it comes to the quality testers for this game, you did a god-awful job. Either you did such a god-awful job, or they just didn't want to hear what you fucking said about it. But when it comes to this game, I'm inclined to believe that you just did a god-awful fucking job, and it is...
I think it's both. I actually think they did a fucking dog shit job, and they didn't fucking listen to fix a lot of the things, if I'm being honest, because it felt like, in a way, the company didn't give a fuck as well. Like, even making it, they just didn't seem to give two shits. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bit of both. Like, cause these play testers as well, holy fuck. Y'all need a different team in that regard as well. But
yeah, the devs, they must have given them like a bump and a half a pill of fucking E to have them like look at this game and think, wow, it's amazing.
Like they spent too much time on Twitter and Reddit, mostly Reddit, I think.
It's fucked.
Fair enough.
This is like, and you know what the irony of this article coming out today is?
What?
Today is the day it releases on PlayStation Plus for free.
No way.
Yes way.
I gotta Google that. That's fucking nuts.
Salt on the wound.
That's fucked. That's just straight fucked. Oh man.
PlayStation Plus new games. January 2025.
It's been a year since this dog shit launched, right? It's been about a year.
Almost.
Almost.
What's new on PlayStation Plus? Oh my fucking god. It actually did come out on PlayStation Plus today. That's fucking
crazy,
nuts, man.
Oh no.
But again, one compliment I will give them is at least they are adding an offline mode for the 6 people that are still looking forward to playing this game once they shut down the servers. And
it's actually 4 if we want to get real technical.
Yeah, 2 of them left already.
So wait for them to cover their asses when the servers go offline, and that's going to be in the near future.
Yeah. Dude. Like as soon as those those servers are up, the offline mode is up and working.
I think as soon as I almost said Deadpool. As soon as Deathstroke drops, then I think they'll probably be like, they won't be done immediately, but I think that they'll announce a retirement date.
No, if I remember correctly, they said that at the end of that whole season is when they're done.
Yeah, they're shutting down the servers, so they've already announced it.
Well,
there's 700 people playing at the moment on Steam.
That's kind of crazy. That's way more than I
already out.
More than I. That's more than.
Most folks online, the only thing that they're interested in seeing is how hard are they going to fuck up Deathstroke. That's it. Once he's out, once they realize what they fucked up on him, nobody's going to give a shit about this game. Not even
No. Yep. A lot of people are going to pretend it doesn't even exist. They're trying to cope and be like, nah, Batman didn't go out that way, but he did.
It happened. It fucking happened.
Before or after X Defiant? Well, here's the thing. It's going to last longer than X Defiant anyways, because X Defiant, we have the date for it shutting down.
Yeah, we have the fucking hard date in place, man. Yeah.
So it'll actually outlast X Defiant, which is fucking hilarious.
So fucking wrong, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
I can't wait until inevitably Mark Rubin just goes fucking crazy and goes, you guys want to know what fucking happened? Here's what fucking happened.
No, we're going to be reading a story on here of Mark being fucking arrested for punching some dog in the face.
He's gonna attack Gilmont on his way out. He throws a fucking chair at Gilmont. Fuck you, you old cunt.
Fucking dog.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, wow.
One quick question though. Do you think that, they still... WB Games, I don't think retracted their doubling down on live service games. But
no. We went through it yesterday. They've doubled down on their double down.
Yeah, because they're past the point of return and making this a tax write-off.
Oh yeah,
And-
way past.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And the tax write-off, here's the thing. The tax write-off is only beneficial in the sense of you don't have to pay tax on the money you spent. You still spent the money. That's the thing I don't think a lot of people get about the tax write-offs. Like they do help, but they're not that much of a help that we all think, oh my god, whoa, they got a tax write-off. That means they could just keep making bullshit. And it's like, no, they still wasted all their. It's not like Michael Keaton is giving back the money he got for the Batwoman movie or Batgirl movie, right?
Well,
Like,
no, he got paid up front. So
exactly. Yeah, they already spent that money. So all it is that, hey, we spent this money. It's not coming out. Please don't tax us on it. And the U.S. government's like, all right, whatever. That's what the tax write-off is.
It gets a little bit worse. But first of all, Lord Bofa with the $1.99. It's for you, Moz, you piece of shit.
Mother shaved. Is he transitioning back to a woman? First of all, little brother, I'm gonna kick you in the head. Never was transitioning. That's fucking gay. And,
she always been a woman.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he's always been. He was born
Nah.
at birth.
Dude, you're the soccer mom looking motherfucker here, alright?
You know, a lot of soccer moms that have facial hair.
I know many soccer moms that don't.
I know too.
There you go.
And you're
Oi,
one of
Moz. Oi, Moz. I got something for you, Moz. Are you ready to be excited, Moz? Tell us how excited you are to be excited.
Wait, 1 sec. I've been told there's a $5 dues that you were waiting.
Oh yeah, Last Toxics.
Oh, there was.
You
Yes,
fucked
were
up,
gone.
Lethal.
You were gone. It's for you, Moz, and it's from our boy Toxic Mal with a $5. Thank you very much, sir.
$5 dues. Mother the Brazilian wax your stars. $200 next time. Wait, no, 500. No, grand. Those Brazilians can remove hair, mate. Especially down under. Just ask your mum. I've seen their work up close. Not good.
What the fuck was that?
It's like a system reboot in his head or some shit. Thank you, Toxic Mal. Oh, but Moz, here you go, buddy pal. Here you go, buddy pal.
1 sec. My wife still believes Mother is trans for real, for real. Get that bitch on there. Get that bitch on there. Where's that bitch?
All right, Moz, you got to prove it.
Oh,
Where's that
jeez.
bitch?
All right, we'll know by how Moz responds to this news. Are you ready to be excited, Moz?
No.
Well, he's
Fair
trans.
Sony has announced that Horizon Zero Dawn and Helldivers are both getting movies. All right, okay, okay, let's go through this first because holy Jesus. Sony is turning two popular game franchises into major motion pictures during its CES 2025 keynote on Monday night. Sony announced that Helldivers and Horizon Zero Dawn are being turned into movies. The Horizon film is being produced by Columbia Pictures and PlayStation Productions. Columbia Pictures is the studio that produced 2022's Uncharted movie. The PlayStation Productions is also handling of the Helldivers movie. No other details about the movies were revealed at the time of the announcement. So there we go. That's pretty much it. Now, first thing I want to bring up is I could have sworn Horizon Zero Dawn was getting a Netflix series, and Helldivers already has movies. They're called Starship Troopers.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet the Horizon might even connect to the Netflix series.
Is that still happening?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's going to be animated. Yeah, it's going to be like the Lara Croft Tomb Raider animated series.
So
It's
we're
gonna
gonna
be
get
in
a
that same
live.
vein.
We're gonna get like a full-on live action.
Live action.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
not gonna be
Actually,
like Into the Spider-Verse, which was
The
also
Netflix
on
series was shelved, and that news came
was
out
it?
18 hours ago. I'll put it in the
Oh,
private.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
So change of plans then.
Okay.
Wow.
Never
okay.
mind.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Never mind.
Here's the thing I think is the most interesting about this whole article. So Columbia Pictures is owned by Sony. They bought out Columbia, and I believe it's was it TriStar or Trifor? Or not Triforce.
TriStar.
Yeah, TriStar Pictures. They own both of them. But here's the thing: Helldivers is not being made by Columbia. That's an interesting thing, right? Like, I don't know.
So
Anyone else think that's a little bit interesting? Yeah, they're not
Yeah, it
taking
is.
the lead on it. So who is? I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna make a bit of a difference on how it's gonna be handled. Well, we don't even know like
Well-
who's in charge of who's gonna be writing it. Like, there's so much potential of at least for the Helldivers one, there's a possibility of it being really good if they actually lean into all the highest elements, the columns that make Helldivers 2. They go that direction, they'll be just fine.
But John,
Any
don't
sort
you
of-
think? Don't you think if they go in that correct direction, see, a correct Helldivers movie is just Starship Troopers.
with Terminator and other
With
aliens.
Terminator.
Yeah, there's you got also
Yeah.
with Terminator and the aliens, the Illuminate as well. There's a
Well,
lot
when
of
they-
things at play as well here, but with this, it'll be a similar situation with like the Starship Troopers. They can go that route with the satire and all the propaganda promotion and shit like that, following the tale of an individual who was lost his family on Earth because of the bugs. So now he's on a quest, basically a never-ending quest for revenge.
Yeah, that sounds like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I was
a lot
describing
of-
Starship Troopers.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people like younger don't know what Starship Troopers is.
Yeah,
So
Starship
this is
Troopers
actually-
was
this is-
97.
Yeah, this is kind of smart because a lot of
No, hold on, Moz. Because remember when Helldivers came out,
A lot of
DVD
people went,
sales of Starship
went up.
Troopers exploded.
Oh, it was a lot of
Yeah.
old people though. You had a lot of old people talking about how they went and rebought it or rewatched it, right? A lot of young people still don't really know what it is. A lot of the Fortnite kids, and even a lot of people who went and bought Helldivers still don't know what Star Troopers really is. The game kind of probably helped a bit more, the Star Troopers actual game, but I don't think many of them went back. A lot of younger went back and watched it, and I think Helldivers coming in and kind of taking that market is actually kind of smart.
I agree.
I have to be honest. This is actually something like now. I don't completely trust Sony. Don't get me wrong. I still think they could fuck it up. I mean, look at everything else. Let's be honest. They're only doing this because of their flops with the fucking movie, the hero movies that they fucking did. Let's be honest. But yeah, I do actually think the Helldivers part of this is actually pretty smart because Starship Troopers came out so fucking long ago.
Yeah,
there's
What,
no real
97?
competition. Yeah,
97,
no real.
yeah.
Yep.
So it'll
It's
probably
well
be
over-
30 years by the time this movie gets done. It'll probably be 2027. It'll probably be 30 years removed from Starship Troopers.
Here's what I think is going to happen, and here's why I think it's a bad idea at this point. All right, I think they're going to get a lot of. Yeah, I really do think like someone like Casper Van Dien's going to end up being in this.
Oh, for sure.
And maybe
And
even
Neil
some
Patrick
other people. Yeah, maybe even that. And at that point, why don't you just do a fucking sequel of Starship Troopers? Now, I think that would all be bad to do that.
Not again.
Yeah,
They did
John
3.
again. Yes, because there
Again.
was a second one. Wasn't it direct to DVD? Or
It was
video?
direct to
Isn't there, like,
DVD. And it was,
It's like
there
four
was yes.
Starship
Well,
Troopers
there's
movies, isn't there?
there's the trilogy
Yeah.
of live actions. We got Starship Troopers 2, Starship Troopers Marauders, and then we had the animated movies that we had. It was like Son of Mars and another Invasion or something like that.
And only one of them was good.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, they gotta
well-
get Jake Busey back, man.
I'd say the
Oh,
animated
what?
ones are decent. They just like, well, at least with the one on Mars is just like it dives way too deep into the convoluted psychosomatic stuff.
Yeah, so I can understand kind of why they're doing this. I just don't think
Oh,
it's going to
shit.
be very good.
From the Starship
Oh,
Troopers Wikipedia page, real quick. In the early, so basically, this came out in 2021. Casper Van Dien said a television adaptation was being considered by Sony Pictures Television,
But
although
the thing
talks
is-
had stalled due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
So he'll
Thing
be
is-
in this.
Do you think
Might
they're
change
just
its direction.
repurposing what they planned?
Wouldn't
Probably.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me at all.
Because to Maz's point, I think more of the younger generation knows Helldivers than Starship Troopers, and they would just say, "Hey, let's repackage this instead of a niche audience. Let's reach a younger audience."
And you wouldn't have to wouldn't they have to pay royalties for using Starship Troopers?
They
So-
own Arrowhead
that's
now,
state?
so yeah, because Starship
what-
Troopers was a book prior.
Yeah, so you would have to pay, every single adaptation has to pay royalties to the estate. So you don't have to do that for this because
Yeah.
you're the company, you own the IP. No, you don't have to pay those royalties out. That's another thing too.
Fuck.
That'd be
Oh,
crazy.
stop it.
Well, yeah, the potential in this, it's an easy dub that if they do it right, it's very easy to write this well. But we know how Sony is, we know how the
Well-
modern Hollywood is. they're
We
going.
know how video game adaptations are.
But this
know
is
how
the
the video-
perfect property
to
to
be
do
f-
for. It's
yeah,
not
to be
story heavy.
That's true. Yep.
When-
And to
when
be
you do
fair,
something like
Lethal,
Uncharted-
video game
Oh,
hold on,
adaptations
hold
have
on, extra. Go on, John.
yeah, to be fair, video game adaptations have gotten a lot better in the last couple of years.
They're still shit. For every like one that's like good, there's still like 10 that suck.
Sonic and Mario.
The
I-
boys got drunk and
for every
watched Sonic.
for every Mario, which I still haven't seen, but the general reception is it's good. For every Mario you have out there, you have fucking 5 Halo TV shows
or Uncharted
or Uncharted movies. Yes, which is the same people that are making the Horizon movie.
Right. All
Data.
of the best video game adaptations are ones that are light. They're adaptations for things light in story. It does not work to take a highly cinematic game. Name me one highly cinematic. Well, Pac-Man's not. It's a short.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh fuck! I forgot about the. Oh.
I was just fucking with you.
Pac-Man could have been good, but the Pac-Man on Secret Level is the tie-in for an upcoming game that nobody wanted or asked for. But like Mario, Tetris, Sonic, all of those work because they were not based on cinematic properties. Like the story didn't matter. Just take fun characters and put them in fun scenarios, and you can do that with Helldivers, with Uncharted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, with Uncharted and Metal Gear and Horizon. You really can't.
Now,
Resident Evil.
You have to follow the story, and with those, the thing is, with Uncharted, I feel like it would have been a little bit more better received if they had to pick someone closer to the character, right? If it had been Mark Wahlberg like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that would have been better. But here's the thing: like,
remember when he was
with
Max
this-
Payne?
Oh, I do. That was it. Wasn't Mila Kunis
Mila
in
Kunis
that
was
too?
Mona Sachs. Yeah.
That was a classic film. That's one of the best films of all time, actually. It's on Disney Plus, and I watch it every other day in remembrance of how much I love that film. No, the film was fucking bad. Most of the time, video game adaptations are bad, but they
9
are
out of
starting.
10.
Well, here's the thing: they are starting to get better on average, I would say.
But still,
still
that
not
average
great.
is still low. The average
Oh
is
yeah,
still
the
low.
average is still low, but they're getting
the direction's
better.
up.
And yeah, that's the thing. It's the same thing
You've gone
happened
from
with
the
superhero
bottom. You've gone from the
films.
bottom of the ocean to where the fucking electric eels fucking hang out. That fucking have the thing that hang off them.
Dude,
You're still down there at the
Lethal.
fucking depth.
You know what we
Here's the
need to
thing.
do?
Remember superhero films? Old ones? You ever
Yeah.
seen the old
Freak.
Captain America? The old
Yeah, the old
Fantastic-
Spider-Man. Go watch the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
It's fucking
So-
nuts.
so-
Yeah.
This
Japanese
happens all the
Spider-Man.
time. Like they pick a genre they like and they want to work with, and slowly it starts to get better and better. And then eventually you're gonna have masterpiece films.
Video game
Helldiver.
movie tier list. That's what we need to do.
Helldivers is going to the top, baby.
Helldivers
between
will be
two-
the Citizen Kane of video game.
Between the fucking Helldivers movie and the Horizon movie, if I have to pick one, it's going to be the Helldivers movie. And I'm going to hope I watch it and go, it's just fucking Starship Troopers. There you go.
Yeah.
The Horizon movie, it's going to fucking suck donkey cock. I think the idea of a Netflix show probably works better for a series like. And I say this as someone that liked Horizon Zero Dawn, never played the sequel. Yeah, I think there's actually potential in that as a Netflix series. But I have, when it comes to video game adaptations, I have a hard 0 fucking expectations. And I'm the exact same with this. But with that said, there was another announcement where I'm like, okay, that could fucking work actually. A Ghost of Tsushima Legends, specifically the Legends mode, getting an anime. That could fucking work. If you guys remember the Legends mode, you fight demons and shit in it, man. Onis
Also,
and
look
stuff.
who's doing it.
Yeah, isn't it the cunts that did some of that animated
did-
Star Wars shows?
Yeah, and Visions was actually decent.
Was it? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
it, but
I didn't
Yeah.
watch it either.
We should call Rhino to figure that out. We got.
I think
we got to
Rhino
get
liked
Rhino's opinion.
I
don't know what
confirming a
Rhino
rumor
likes.
from 2 years ago, Sony finally announced Ghost of Tsushima Legends, an anime based on the franchise. Again, specifically the Legends mode. So it's not Jin. It's got nothing to do with Jin. The announcement was made during the company's presentation at CES 2025. In case you don't remember, a well-known anime leaker claimed in 2023 that Ghost of Tsushima anime was in the works. At the time, the leaker also claimed an anime about Sekiro was also in the works.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that
do my I'm gonna be doing my first playthrough of Sekiro.
Dude, that could be really fucking good as a if that that would actually work better.
The news was announced by CEO of Crunchyroll and the CEO of Aniplex. As the name suggests, an adaptation seems to be inspired by the Legends multiplayer mode. Further details about the production, such as the plot and all that type of yada, 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 have not been released. Now, this one, okay, compared to... Let me fuck this off. These two movies, very little faith. Very, very, very little faith. Zero, next to zero, okay? This one, you have my curiosity with this one. If it was the main Ghost of Tsushima storyline, I'd kind of be a bit like, yeah, you know, whatever, been done type of thing.
Play the game.
But the Legends mode, fighting the Onis and stuff like that, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. This could just be fucking another Demon Slayer type show. I am intrigued between this. If I was going to have to watch one of these ones, it would be this one.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think the Legends could actually work really well.
The only thing that really works about me for this is the same thing with the other two, is that Sony's holding the reins.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's automatically going to be fucking gay. Agreed.
Going to be warped and manipulated to their own ends, and that's...
Well, it depends on what Sony we're talking about, though. If you're talking about, like, Santa Monica, that's a whole different story. But I don't think Sucker Punch... I mean, again, like, I'm cautiously optimistic with Yotai, but I don't think Sucker Punch has really been warped to the degree Santa Monica has been.
Even so, like, another way to look at it is the people animating might be a bit more like, we want to fucking do this. And from my understanding of whatever fucking Star Wars show they did, it wasn't even canon inside of Disney canon, so they could kind of just do whatever they wanted.
Yep. Studios had free reign.
So that's why I think this one has potential. These two, nope. This one, you have my curiosity. Creamo, anything you want to add to this? Your sad excuse for a piece of shit?
Yeah, I want a remake of the Max Payne movie, but with the same cast and the same script and the same. I just basically want the exact same film to be made a second time.
But everyone's just older.
No, I want you to de-age them with AI.
No. It's gonna be old.
Remember, like De Niro in The Irishman, where he's kicking him. He's like, that's what I want.
He's looking piece of shit. Lord Beaufort with the $4.99. Thank you very much, sir. You can have one movie be very close to another, come out decades later and be successful. Joker is heavily inspired by Taxi Driver and others. Joker is Taxi Driver with just fucking makeup on it, basically.
Joker is Taxi Driver and King of Comedy fucking smashed together.
Yeah,
it's just but the difference is like
different ending.
Helldivers is so clearly based on Starship Troopers. So this is the inspiration is now making a movie about what they were inspired by. It's just a big circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it happens.
Yeah. It's gonna be a minute fuck movie, and I'm gonna love it.
Helldivers in film would be better as an anthology. If they're going to make this 2-hour movie, it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much following a single whatever they have set up. Anthology series following individuals just random. Yeah.
That's where it becomes Starship Troopers. I'm following this one dude fucking story.
Oh, you know,
that's Starship Troopers. Yeah. Helldivers. I don't even want to see the dude's face. Fuck you, Halo show. He should just drop down in his. It's not an ODST pod. Come out and get fucking ripped apart, and then we just jump right to the next guy.
That would actually.
I gotta worry. I just thought of something. Oh my god, are they going to make it Starship Troopers but with Joss Whedon jokes? You know, like Marvel jokes.
Oh dear God, no! Well, it depends on who the director is, who are the writers.
Joss Whedon presents
Helldivers.
Why hasn't Joss Whedon been blacklisted? Kind of.
Nah, we
gonna have Venom jokes.
Somewhat.
That level of jokes.
He's a part of Tencent. That's why he got blacklisted.
Oh no.
And then we have the blabbering collector with the member message. It says Cream can't English. You English bad, Cream.
Yeah,
you English
Blab,
bad.
you can't Chinese, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you can't Chinese, Blabs. You're Chinese bad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blabs. And then we have the last toxic mail with the tour. Thank you very much. It's for you, Moz.
B word, D word, N word, C word, L word, M word, D mother.
It's French. Decent French too. Good job, Toxic. It says beaucoup de
I
nuit chez la
know
mère de
fucking-
Moza.
Hold on, let him
means-
go on, John.
It beaucoup de nuit chez la mère de Moza. That means many nights over at Moz's mom's.
Oh, I get it.
Hey, one in the
Is that like
chat,
Five
if you
Nights at Freddy's?
One in the chat,
Fuck
if you fucked
that.
Moz's mum.
Five Nights at Moz's. It's him.
Moz's. And then we have another tour again for you, Moz.
I'm assuming this is French shit.
Not this time, buddy.
No, it's Italiano, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, Italian fucking words.
Arrivederci.
I'm gonna break your knees, bitch.
I've watched The Penguin. I haven't watched Sopranos, but I've watched The Penguin.
I've actually watched one episode of that.
You know, the
Not as
Costco
good
guys
as-
are in The Sopranos.
Not as good as people say.
Hey, look how they massacred my boy. I was watching from, and
Go
I
on,
had to
Moz.
come in here, and he did things to my mother.
Il
on,
bump e mashra con la mama die mother elo oi.
Die, Mozza! Die, Mozza! Thank you very much. All right. So this is something that came out last night, and there was one part of this that just blew my fucking mind. All right, here we go. So we have had some Call of Duty titles. We've now had their budgets being made public, and these made public through court documents that Activision had to legally fucking put out, right? So what we have is Black Ops 4, 2019 Modern Warfare, Black Ops 3 as well,
Yep. Because
and then
the reason
Cold War.
I'm gonna add a little bit to this because there's a massive fucking argument going on right now because Black Ops 3 actually sold better than Modern Warfare 19, and everyone's everyone's pissed the fuck off because it's like, why didn't we ever get a Chronicles 2? Why did you not focus on zombies more? It just fucking proves that fucking Chronicles and all that fucking can outdo Modern Warfare.
Well, I believe it
stuff
has
like that.
the actual sales numbers with it. But
Yep.
let's just jump right to the first one here, man. So Black Ops 3.
Yep.
Treyarch developed the game over 3 years with a creative team of hundreds of people and invested over $450 million into development costs of the game's life cycle. It has sold 43 million copies. Okay, 2015. All right.
Yep.
$450 million. That is insane.
That's crazy.
But it gets way more fucking crazy. And there's one part of this that just has me straight up stumped. Okay. But next up, we have 2019 Modern Warfare. So this was the reboot. Infinity Ward developed the game over several years and spent $640 million throughout the game's life cycle and sold 41 million copies. So less than Black Ops 3. Okay.
Yeah.
$640 million. Now, I believe there was Black Ops 4 in here as well somewhere.
Cold War's
Anyway.
just there, but yeah.
It's
Black
Cold
Ops
War, I
4
believe
should be
Black 4.
lower because it ended up. I mean, I know they scrapped the campaign, but it should
Well,
be.
it
it
would
was
still,
serious.
it would still the cost of what they
Either
did.
way,
on
this
the-
is
yeah,
this
yeah.
is the part. This is the part that blows my fucking mind. This one, Cold War.
Hmm.
Treyarch and Raven Software took years to create the game with a team of hundreds of creatives.
That's
I
a
don't
lie.
think that's entirely true. Actually, there's
That's a
parts of it that were made years ago, but hold on. They ultimately spent over $700 million in development costs of the game's life cycle. This game was not supposed to release in 2020. Vanguard was supposed to release in 2020, but Vanguard was not ready. So Treyarch and Raven Software had to really fucking push this development through. And this was when fucking lockdowns were all over the fucking world. So a good chunk of Cold War was developed from people's homes. It was during that weird fucking homosexual phase of Earth, right? So this game cost $700 million to make in 2020, which if any of these games was going to be the most expensive, I would have thought it would have been 2019 Modern Warfare because that was the big reset that had the new engine. Honestly, it still does look pretty good as much as I fucking hate this game. And it had Warzone. It was the introduction of Warzone, but somehow this fucking one, Cold War, which I liked Cold War, I don't see, I cannot comprehend how this game cost $700 million to make.
Yeah, you can't
Much to
even
the
blame
shitty
any of the
actors.
lockdowns on this either. Because
Yeah.
like
Well-
during 2020, a few companies did have to change their the ways that they were functioning. A lot of people started working at home and such. There's a lot, but that's like just an 8-month span from its release, 8 to 10 months that started, and things were policies were being pushed and implemented for that to happen.
Yeah, here's the thing where I think a lot of where they're gonna say we spent a lot of money on this because it was such a fucking rush job to get that game out the door, right? That means you're gonna start throwing money around because you need people to do things and you don't have time to negotiate. You have no negotiate. You have to bring on new staff because you need more people to finish it. Like there was just things that logistically they had to pay more money to get done quicker. And so I think that's probably a good chunk of that budget. It still shows you though that even if the game came out on time, it's still going to be a high fucking budget. And there's a problem here. These budgets are too fucking high in and of themselves, right? So Cold War, yes, it's the highest budget. I think there's a little bit of a reason for it, but a base of that level is still way too fucking inflated.
Well, now here's the next thing I want you to think about. How much did fucking Black Ops 6 cost then?
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Probably over $1 billion.
But to Cream's point,
At this
like
fucking
with the
rate.
rush, they also were targeting the release of because again, like Vanguard got delayed, and then they had to fast path the game, and then on top of
months.
that, they wanted to have something ready for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series consoles, because that was the launch title for both.
I remember during Cold War, people were saying it's a fucking miracle it even came out in the state that it did. And you got to remember, at launch, Cold War had like 6 fucking multiplayer maps because it just was not fucking ready, man. Which also shows you how far behind Vanguard was.
Yeah.
And they got a whole other year. And look at that piece of shit that they fucking
It
put out.
didn't
As well.
ship. It didn't ship with the texture packs or the ray tracing. Those were separate downloads.
How much?
It didn't
How much
ship
money?
with the correct names of bundles.
Yeah.
The bundles. You know the joke? You go 99 problems, but the store ain't one. Well, even the store was fucked in Vanguard.
How much money was
Cold War?
fucking Vanguard then?
Oh, man.
Added year of development. I don't think they took people off Vanguard for fucking Cold War. That's the thing too, because Vanguard was already so far behind. So at that point, it's kind of a robbing Peter to pay Paul type of thing, where it's just like you have 2 games behind in development. You're going to take people off of other games or bring in new people, which again, that's where the cost comes in. But yeah, I think Vanguard probably has a higher budget than even Cold War.
Well, there's
with
an
less
interesting part.
excuses.
There's an interesting part in here. Okay. Last of Us Part 2, that piece of shit, cost $220 million to make.
With no multiplayer mode.
No fucking multiplayer modes, man. Like Modern Warfare 2019, I can easily believe the budget on that game because everything going on at the time, and it's still, I hate 2019, but it still looks really fucking good. Okay. But
Especially
the
night
Cold
vision.
War budget, is just, I'm gobsmacked by that. I don't know.
What
Something
engine did
fucking
that
happened.
run on? Was it
Sorry?
what engine did Cold War run on? Was it the old engine?
Black Ops 3. Yep, the Black Ops 3 engine.
So
So they
it
already
was-
had everything already
Yeah.
kind of built for them. Because, that was their big marketing is, we're using the Black Ops 3 engine. Yeah.
Do we have budgets of like the older CODs? I don't know if those are available because it would be interesting to go and see where the fuck everything went wrong. And I have a feeling it is after Black Ops 2 that the budget started to get really inflated. That's my gut feeling, but I want to see if maybe
Actually, I
it
think
was
Black
after
Ops 2
Black
had
Ops.
for its
I think-
day. I think Black Ops 2 had a pretty fucking substantial
Sizable budget.
for its day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
Let's
to design all the
see.
future
Oh,
stuff.
man.
They couldn't use real world weapons or vehicles or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, all I can find is, man, it's just dominated by the shit. The search engines are just dominated by what we're fucking talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
this is fucking ridiculous. The
Crazy.
amount of fucking
The
money
war-
they're spending. Even Cold War, it's ridiculous. $700 million. And that has the tiniest bit of an excuse because of, the context of how that game, surrounding the game's coming out. It's still way too fucking inflated. don't get me wrong, like this is fun.
I can't wait. I want to see the number for Black Ops 6. I really fucking want to see the number for Black Ops.
I want to see the number for Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and Vanguard.
Yeah,
as well.
I looked up COD 4. The first one I tried to find was COD 4. But speaking of Black Ops 6, we're cooking up a fucking banger of a Black Ops 6 review. Your boy is not fucking happy with it.
Well, the other thing too that inflates the budgets is now that they're developing for way more SKUs than they used to in the past. I mean, you got to think about it. They developed for the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Pro, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox One, Series X, or Series S, PC. And then they have to make all that scalable and optimized the best they could. And they target 60 frames a second on everything, you know, not lower end PCs though. Because, you know, if you have a potato of a PC and you're getting 30 or under, then that's on you. But, you know, on the console space, they have to optimize that. And I wonder how much the budget goes to optimizing for the various hardware. It's got to be huge.
I wonder if companies in the future will just be like, "Yep, nope, I'm not making this game for, like, say, the Series S for the Xbox." I wonder if they'll just say that.
That's why I think they want to move. That's why I think we're seeing this push to going back to like what I was talking about with GeForce Now, right? GeForce Now is not running on your computer. I think that's why you're going to see this big push coming from Microsoft with that Xbox Prime. I really think you're going to start seeing a push for cloud gaming pushed on the users because, hey, it's easier for us to develop for. Everybody's going to have the same hardware, no hardware to buy. You know, the fact is you don't have to install your games. You don't have to do updates anymore. You know,
and, I think and that's there's a couple downsides to that, assuming that everything works properly. Obviously, like,
well, I don't want it to be a debate on cloud gaming. I just think that developers will go for it because it will cut some of those optimization costs if they can lean on one hardware SKU being the cloud, and then probably toss a bone to PC gamers.
I agree that it'll cut down on the development costs.
Yeah.
But they'll just find reasons to spend money anyway.
Oh, for sure. Celebrities.
Because it's the developers are
unions.
You know, people are, nobody's coming in and saying, hey, you need to fucking clamp down on these budgets, especially in big budget games. Smaller budgets, obviously indie is the most hard pressed. I mean, it's very, very tough for indie devs sometimes, especially if they're trying to make a more, you know, bigger scope game. It can be pretty fucking difficult. But with big AAA games, it's the world's your fucking oyster. Just go fucking who cares? Dad's gonna pay for it anyways.
Going back to that list, you know, you look, Sony is the top grossing, and they do nothing but cinematic games. They're big bloated budgets. Well, I can't say they do nothing because they use Astrobot, but the bulk of what they do is overproduced, heavy budget games, and that sets an industry standard, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, that's it. Sony has all kinds of other branches that'll compensate for whatever losses come from Sony Entertainment. So at 98% of the other companies can't do that.
Right. And they're only grossing at 29 billion. And I say only at 29 billion, but you know, how much is being lost in large production costs?
Nuts. Yeah. Here we go. Jono, this one's for you and me, buddy.
Ooh, what we got?
Mecha Knight Legends.
Oh,
Mecha Knight, as the pilot of a massive mechanical armor, you will face powerful dragons and dangerous creatures dwelling in the darkest corners of the world. Customize your mecha, change its appearance, weapons, and abilities.
Sounds fucking gay.
You sound fucking shut the fuck up, you little butt fuck, little fucking hamster.
Fucking gay.
Fucking little weird cat. All right,
Attack on Titan fucking ripoff.
They're using AI music. Fuck off.
This just screams Gundam SD so much.
Come on, don't use this. I'm sorry, don't use the Suno for your game developers.
This is a lethal game. Little emo boys. Fuck boy.
These graphics look really cool.
The graphics are unique, at least.
I mean, they're still shading, but this looks like a painting come to life, like a medieval painting. But yeah, that music's terrible.
Straight up Suno.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I bet. Watch
come
this.
on.
Watch this. How much better is it instantly now?
It's
Better,
50
yeah.
times better. Yeah.
Yeah. I find it better. I look. Besides the music, which is fun to make fun of, I like the art style. It looks interesting to me. I want to see like in gameplay, like gameplay. Like I want to see actual gameplay of it.
Like if it has destructible environments, like this is showing.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Song is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I just want a guy to pop out of that armor that has a hat that says.
I was gonna munch him. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I want Meta Knight to hop out.
Oh, he died.
But I wanted to say, please be patient. I have autism, and it's just Nazmir.
He comes out as a ripped midget.
He's playing a lute.
I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Is it a Japanese dev?
I don't think so. It's just a Japanese.
Four Hands Games is the first game too.
Yeah.
Best of luck to them. Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, that's it. The style, at least for the shape of the knights that you wear, screams Gundam SD straight up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really cool. I'll put it on my wish list. That's for sure.
Very, very, very fucking intrigued. All right, mother bitch, fuck, cum, whore, sluts, and motherfuckers in the chat. Moz, you're streaming a bit later, aren't you?
No, I'm streaming tomorrow. I had some stuff. I have work pop up. I had to work those extra couple of hours because your boy's trying to upgrade his PC, and after seeing those prices, I'm gonna have to work some extra hours. Goddamn. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Probably either Dead by Daylight or some Marvel Rivals. I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. You fucking dogs.
Back of his throat's gonna be so sore after all that.
You literally have
work or playing Marvel Rivals?
Both. Take your fucking pick. Anyway, before we go on with that, to all the channel members, there is a podcast that we have made that you guys can go and watch. And after that, this weekend, we also have another one that will be going up as well, man.
So
I
Saturday,
think the one that's coming up is the best one we've done. It's fucking autistic.
It's pretty good.
I believe Saturday, the podcast will no longer be members only, but then on Sunday, the next one will be members only. So if you want to become a member, we would really appreciate it. And you're getting a lot of content. You're fucking
getting mad shit. John, you're streaming in a bit.
Yep. As soon as we're done here, I'm
10
gonna
fucking minutes. Oh fuck.
Yeah, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna set it up and get started over playing Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. Gonna try that. Big shout out to Skirmitar who gifted me that. The fucker. I had to gift him back the game for sure because I don't take well with gifts. You're gonna give me a gift, I gotta gift you back something. But yeah, big thanks to him, and I hope to see you guys all there. I'll throw up the link in the chat. It should pop up real soon.
But yeah, that brings us to Cremo, bitch.
I actually am streaming in 3 hours. 3 hours.
Ooh.
We're gonna be streaming on the Pin Down podcast channel. Yes, we are going over New Year's Evil, the NXT show. We got good stuff. We got a triple threat for the NXT title. We got a couple other really good shows or good matches on the card. Also, The Rock will be there apparently. So there is that. So I'm going to throw it up in the chat as well if you want to check that out. Feel free. If not, that is okay as well.
No, it's not okay. And then what about you, old sick boy? You're probably going to go back into your fucking hospital bed and connect
I'm
your
probably
IV
going to
drip.
go get some ice cream and then just relax. But I will be back on my channel. I just put a community update there. I'm going to be doing my normal Tuesday stream. I'll be doing tomorrow. So I'll be back talking Transformers and stuff to do my top 10 third party and official figures for the year. And so I'll hopefully be back in full force relatively soon. So that's all I've got planned. And then I think next week, I believe I'll be over on the RNG podcast channel. So
Sweet. All right. On that note, have a fantastic day, motherfuckers. Much love to you all. Moz, play us out.
Fuck off! Get out of here, you pieces of shit.
My hair is changing.
I'll see Love Fist burn. Love Fist ruined my life.